The word swastika is derived from the Sanskrit word swastika, meaning it is well-being, good existence and good luck. A symbol that has always had a polar opposite. In Hinduism, the right hand swastika illustrated below is a symbol of the god Vishnu and the sun, while the left hand swastika is a symbol of the goddess Kali and magic. Never has a symbol been so misunderstood. Used to indoctrinate and create hatred, all done at school. They teach you so much at school, but it's part of the spell. It's the same things constantly. It's a part of the ritual. So in this video, I'll share my theory to what the swastika really could be. The irony of the wrong use of the symbol isn't lost to those that know it has basically crossed the racial divide in its ancient past, because it's everywhere. It's also found across the realm, as I've just said, hence a little map. So it's been found everywhere, in churches, mosques, everywhere, in Jewish temples, you name it, it's there. So it's used on some maps as a sign for electric power, basically power plants, until 1954. Could there something be in that? And here we go, I'm just going to show you a few swastikas, basically showing you how they're found in all walks of life. The swastika has 4 arms, and in Sanskrit it contains 4 dots, as you can see above, and I'll highlight it for you now. So I had a thought a long time ago, could this symbol represent brainwaves and the 4 lobes of the brain? So obviously I've fitted in the 4 brainwaves, theta, delta, beta, alpha, obviously because gamma is a recent one. And here's the 4 lobes. And as you can see, the 4 lobes are inside the arms. And the 4 lobes of the brain: frontal lobe, decision making, impulse control, judgment, emotion control; parietal lobe, sensory perception and movement; occipital lobe, obviously vision; and temporal lobe, language, sexuality, emotion, hearing and memory. So they're important parts of the brain. So I asked myself, what is so important about the number 4? Because it's intriguing because of the 4 arms of the swastika. I anagrammed the 4 brainwaves, obviously theta, delta, beta, alpha, and I found something intriguing. Obviously this is just my opinion. So one popped out to me, and it was alphabet, data, haleta. So as you can see, alphabet, data, halet, and on screen you can see order fixed to the C. Now obviously gamma waves in regard to consciousness, I believe, were only found in 1988, but gamma waves, gamma radiation was found a lot earlier. Anyway, so alphabet, order, words, spells, obviously A to Z. So it's the order words of the spells. So order, data, meaning fixed, but it's also from the word datum, meaning fixed starting point. And as you can see, halet, I believe, comes from the Greek, meaning to the sea, or the sea. So it's intriguing that these brainwaves, anagrammed, spell alphabet, data, halet, and it's talking about order and fixing to the sky, fixing to the sea. Well, obviously the sky is the sea, the celestial sea, the celestial heavens. Strange that the 33 Masons have order out of chaos. Is the chaos the creation at the beginning? And the Phoenician, Egyptian, the Paleo Hebrew, the symbol for water is mem, is also look like a wave. The Egyptian hieroglyph M resembles the triangular waves of electromagnetic waves in physics. So you can see the point what I'm trying to get at in regard to water, the chaos, and memory and waves, just like the brain waves. So let's look at the etymology of swastika, and this is just my own opinion, because at the beginning, remember, swastika wasn't SWA, it was SVA. Now if you take the S out, you can get Swastika. Now sva means your own, or one's own self, and it also means the human soul. So sva means it's basically talking your own human soul. Now let's look at tika, and there's a lot of etymology on the tika, you can take your pick, but the reason I've picked this is because it ties to alphabet, data, halet, talking about being, order fixed to the sea, to stars, basically the heaven. Well, tika is a circular mark made with coloured earths or quent upon the forehead. Forehead? Again, 4. Who's got 4 heads, 4 faces originally? Janos. Anyway, a circular and white spot upon the forehead of a beast is also etymology. And it also talks about to become, manifest or notorious. So manifesting, brainwaves, manifest in this realm. Interesting. And it also talks about to stand out as imprinted upon the forehead any deed or matter. Now if you look at matter from a science point of view, matter, there is 4 natural states of matter: gas, solid, liquid and plasma. What a coincidence, it's 4 again. And then at the bottom you have swelling, amplifying, embellishing. Interesting. So we're talking about a mark on the head, that's the tika from swastika. It's talking about foreheads, talking about matter, manifestation, a mark, being notorious, to incur a stigma or a stain. Wow. So there's a lot of etymology behind this, and this is just my own opinion, and what I'm going to come up with next is way out there, if nothing is so that I've not done so far. But I'm talking about, could the swastika actually be a method, a way of using frequencies to keep our soul in these cells, these human vessels? Originally, that is why it's found all around the realm. Could it be that? Who knows? But I'm going to talk about other theories as well in this video. I'm just talking about this tika, talking about marks, it gave me an idea. So after doing that bit on the tika, obviously being a mark, I couldn't, my imagination. I automatically thought of the mark of Cain, and obviously that's a supernatural mark of Cain, because no one knows what the actual mark was. I know they say in one bit that it was God's name, the YHWH. Now just look at this, it's actually showing you what I'm just saying. The tetragrammaton is a Hebrew word for God, translated consonantally as YHWH and as Yahweh, and then obviously the other words, which I'll not get into because people get triggered as it is. The word tetragrammaton derives from tetra meaning four again, and gramma meaning letter. The tetragrammaton begins with the Hebrew letter Yod, which is the middle, which is repeated 4 times as a tetragrammaton produces a symbol on the right, which is this one here. Again, the swastika. The Greek letter gamma or G is its lowercase form, resembles the English Y. The Greek letter gamma in its uppercase form is shown in the middle. If repeated 4 times as a tetragram, it produces the symbol on the right. Some people believe that before Nazism it was used as a tetragram or tetragrammaton for God. So it's not just me thinking it. Could the mark of Cain be the swastika or a variant, another mark? Just throwing that out there, guys. Right, guys, what's interesting me is obviously Brahma has 4 heads, and supposedly the 4 heads came from the 4 Vedas or Vedas, whatever you want to pronunciation. I call them Vedas, the ancient religious text to Hindus. And what's intriguing me is Janos did have 4 heads as well originally. It's still there today on one of the oldest bridges in Rome, 4 heads. And when you say it quickly, 4 heads, what do we have? We have 4 heads, a forehead. And there's a lot of things that come with that, and that's what's intriguing me. So the one thing is, for instance, massaging the forehead, because obviously there's a lot of different techniques out there, and obviously some people you have to spend money to see a specialist, you got to find the time. Well, there's a technique where you massage the area and it helps with concentration, reduces tension and gets rid of headaches and relaxes your eyes. And as you can see from the image, it's just above, well, it's just about the forehead. And that's intrigued me, because it talks about how you simply have to press that point between the eyebrows. It says you move your fingers about 3 centimeters up in a vertical line from the middle of your eyebrows, and you put pressure on this point for about 45 to 60 seconds. And you won't have to wait long to see the results. And experts claim this procedure activates an area of the brain that in turn helps to reduce nervous tension, improves the appearance of the skin, especially around the eyes and the mouth, and helps with the regenerative process, obviously headaches as well, and relaxation and concentration. And it improves a person's intuition. Intuition, like your gut, is also very similar to, could be, predicting future events, psychic abilities, who knows? And I'll get on to that now. So I've just been talking about intuition and helping massaging the area of the forehead helps with that. Obviously in intuition, it's a gut feeling, it's telling you when something's right, something's wrong, something is about to happen. Well, isn't that predicting, prophecy, soothsaying, divine? Well, just look at foretell. That is what it means, foretelling. When people are doing the weather, they are predicting, they're prophesying, they are doing a forecast. Obviously, we know they can control the weather with weather manipulation and engineering, but it's all in the words foretell. So obviously, it's about predicting, and obviously massaging that point, even with the word with forehead, is helping with your intuition. It's just intriguing, and it's a lovely play of words. And I just thought, I'm going to include this little bit, obviously on the word foretell, and just look how many other words is in regard to for that we have. It's intriguing, isn't it? So as I'm making the video, I'm looking at the swastika. I just have one of me things. What happens if we change a couple of the arms and put them in the opposite direction? What symbol? What would it make anyway? So we did it, and bang, here you go. Now we're looking at this, and automatically some people are seeing certain symbols straight away. And I'll put it on its side, make it a bit easier. Obviously it's not correctly circled, but automatically you think, it looks like owl's eyes, and then obviously you think of the Bohemian Grove and all the shady shenanigans. But also it's the infinity, and it's also the meta, and it's a few other symbols, but I just want to concentrate on this as it's tied, and I'll show you why. A long time ago I made a video about the connection, about the sacred connection down below in the groin, the pelvis area. But look, what a coincidence that the pelvis is made up of 4 bones. That's just a coincidence, and also it contains the infinity symbol too. Now I want to show you a quick clip from the old video just showing this. It got me thinking. We have the 1 eye symbolism, and we also have the 2 eye symbolism, as you can see here. Now a lot of people, even me in the back in the day, thought, yep, it's got to be linked to Moloch because it resembles an owl. But remember the shape now, and let me show you the sacral area, the pubic bone, the sacrum, the sacral, and I highlight the 2 areas of the pubic bone and the pelvis. Tell me that is not the same. We know this is a sacred area. It's where we used to have the tail, and they love to show you in plain sight. So what they're doing there at the side, as you can see on the right, is that showing you how sacred this area is. I mean, it's not like we have an old pope doing the symbolism. So could it be they are showing us that sacred area that I'm talking about, the tail region, is really sacred, and the reason they're doing all these symbolism is to show us in plain sight, and people think, oh, that's got to be an owl, it's got to be this, it's got to be that, when in fact it could be the sacred area. So I want to show you this history of numbers, and obviously you have European, Arabic, Persian, Urdu, and Hindu, and Gupta, and Brahma or Brahmi. Now just look at the number 4, and I'm talking about the swastika, but you move down, just look at it in Arabic and Indic, it looks like a wave. I've already talked about the wave and mem. And then you'll further down and look at it in Hindi. Number 4 looks like a fish, looks like the Christian symbol, the fish. But look below that, and I'll highlight it there, it looks like a number 8. And then at the bottom in Brahmi it is a cross, and obviously a cross can be shaped into a swastika. So it's just very intriguing that the history of the number 4 actually appears. There's only missing one little line, but you can see me point what I'm trying to go. It looks like a number 8. Well, what's the infinity logo? What does the meta logo look like? It looks like an 8, and obviously infinity is tied to that. Just thought I'd include it. So I've talked about how it could be, the swastika could be frequencies, 4 frequencies fixed to the sea. It's how we fix to the sea. I mean, look, the tetragrammaton says the word of God basically is the swastika. So is there anything fixed to the sea, the celestial sea, the heavens, like a swastika? Oh wait, there's the Big Dipper, swastika in the sky, showing the 4 seasons. Forever, O Lord, your word is settled in heaven. I'm telling you, it's a swastika. And remember, it's a symbol for power plants and energy and electric. Well, that got me thinking. I've talked about the 11 being the 2 poles and how electricity, electromagnetism is created. Look at the swastika, it can be broken down to 11. And that just blew me away, because obviously we know what 11 is, and it represents Janos, the 2 poles. It's not like there's evidence for the 11s with the swastika anywhere, is there? Now I've talked about the memory and being a wave, the water, but look, in gematria it equals 11. So I know I'm on to something. Now if you guys know of Sims, when the player is active, you know, when it's got energy and when it's connected, they have a green crystal. It might have changed colour, but they're called plumb bobs. Now look at the definition for what I found for plumb bob. Plumb bob or plummet is a weight, usually with a pointed tip at the bottom, suspended from a string and uses a vertical reference line or plumb line. It is a precursor to the spirit level and to establish a vertical datum Where have we heard datum before? Oh yes! Order fixed to the C. Data, alphabet, data, haleth. Data was datum. So, I showed you the alphabet, data, haleth means order fixed to the C. Datum, I just mentioned about the Sims, the plumb bob being the fixed. And we'll talk about the heavens. Is there a swastika in the heavens? And there is. In the sea, in the waves. It's the Big Dipper. Now I want to show you the spell etymology for electric, because it's talking about jurisdiction, belonging to. Is this swastika basically a God's mark that we belong to him? Is this like the mark of Cain that I talked about earlier? It's just intriguing, because when you're in court and the court, the judge bangs down, he's asking for order in the court. Well, order fixed to the sea. So here's spell etymology for electric, and now it talks, even in that I mentioned go forth for. So you can just see how this will fit together from this quick clip on the spell etymology of electric. Spell etymology of electric. Now this is when it gets wow. Electric, godly, ect, object, or and so forth, and rick, jurisdiction or district. So electric means this place, object, is a jurisdiction of God. Tell me that ain't wow. I want to finish on a 4, just like the swastika, 4 arms. This is huge, this. People don't seem to see the significance of this. This is Janos's quadrifrons arch. It's been closed for 28 years, and now in this time where we have the Omicron, which means I will obey you, my father Janos, they're opening up his specifically named arch for him, and you can go and see this arch every Saturn day. You just can't make this shit up, as we say. So I want to leave it at this. I just wanted to share this with you, because obviously it's a 4, and obviously I've talked about a few 4s in this, and what better way to finish this and showing you that they're opening his arch to him after 28 years. Can't make this shit up.
Yeah, they call me the black sheep. They call me the black sheep. I'm running wild while you're asleep. That's why they call me the black sheep.
Hello and welcome. Nearly went cross-eyed there, guys, didn't I? Right, guys, welcome to any new subscribers again. I'm getting a few lately, so just want to appreciate the hard work that you guys have put in, sharing my content, getting the channel, hauled out, pimped out around YouTube. So I really appreciate everyone's hard work, and it means a lot to me that you think of me when you're watching other channels, and you say, have you checked What the Flock out, you check Paul out. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Also, there'll be a link in the description for the Telegram group. I'll leave it up for a little bit because it's going to be private, but please join, say hello, share anything you want. It's a great place where we can all meet and chat, because I've noticed in the chat you really get on as a group, and I just want to, a place where you can all meet up and have a chat. So that's out of the way. So a few years ago, and I'm talking maybe 2.5 years ago, I had a weird moment. I literally woke up and out of nowhere an idea in my head popped in, and it's like I basically woke up, Swastika's brainwaves. And it just intrigued me, that idea, because of how the 90-degree angles meet and why the symbol is everywhere in this realm. Yes, a lot of people believe it's a sign of good luck, etc., etc., prosperity. Some people say it's a sign, it's the mark of God, or divine. So that always intrigued me. And then obviously in the old video I was talking about the 4 brain lobes, and how on some of the Sanskrit type of swastikas they have the 4 dots too, which correlated. I nearly went cross-eyed again then. And that just really intrigued me. So I wanted to make something different, but again, not for different, being different sake. And when you watch my videos, it's me, it's made it. I'm not right, it's not facts. These are just my interpretation and trying to be an objective what I found. If I find something, it'll say this, and I find something, it'll say that. I'll let you guys know, and that's just how I am. Lately, you get a lot of people that seem to take offence to me doing what I'm doing. Well, you're never gonna get everyone to like your work or your ideas or theories, and some people just want to restrict their train of thought to how they believe, and that's not what I am. So I'm not going to change for no one. I'm going to stay true to myself, and I love being myself, because you can't be anyone else. What you see is what you get. So when I started looking at this again, because I always catch videos and looking on Odyssey for my old videos and cringing, but you have to accept we all have to start somewhere. And I learn every day, I learn every video, I learn how to speak. One spell I didn't really like looking at the camera, I still don't to an extent, but I showed my face once, so it's out there, so I have to show it again. So the idea about the 4 brainwaves, now people say, well, there's 5. Yes, there is 5. And the gamma, in regard to consciousness and that ilk, I believe it's not a fact again, and I probably am wrong, because some people is ready there with a search engine ready to get that little one fact where I get things wrong. I'm going to get things wrong. I'm human. It's 1988 roughly in regard to that brainwave type. But I thought it was the 70s. I know gamma radiation, etc., was discovered roughly about 1900s, along with the other ones, 1900s, 1920. So in regard to consciousness and waves that I'm actually alluding to, it's only a late bloomer, as you say. So we've had 4. And that's interesting, because there used to be 4 major river civilizations. You had the Sumerian, you had the Egyptian, you had the Hindu, and you had the Yellow River. I did a video on that a long time ago as well. So it always intrigued me, why the 4? Why the 4? Because you have 4 seasons, the 4 pillars, the 4 winds, and a few of the 4s that I put into this. 4 natural states of matter. So I didn't want, like I said in the video, I didn't want to just bang, right guys, here's half an hour of the 4s that I found. I've done a few videos on that, and they're on my old channel, so you can check that out. May the 4th be with you is one of them. So I didn't want to just, bang 4s. I wanted to keep it just this topic, because I do like putting a lot of stuff in, and sometimes even me don't remember I've done things. So I want to keep them to roughly a few points a video, a few wows as I call it, or gold. And so, if you ever want to revisit, I can always go back to it. So we had 4 brainwaves. So it's theta, delta, beta, alpha. And you don't know, you always get in a rhythm, you always check for certain things as soon as you see it. So I thought, I'm going to anagram that. And there's about 120, 150 anagrams. And the one that stood out for me was alphabet, data, heleta. Looking at, abbreviations and what they mean, finding out that it means order of words or spells, order. Data, datum, fixed point, and helet, meaning to the sea. Well, that intrigued me, just because think about it, order, fixed to the sea. So them 4 brainwaves anagram to talk about something that fixes to the sea. Well, the heavens, the celestial heavens, the holy sea of chaos, where if we're in an Egyptian standpoint of view, we were born out of the chaos, and that's why the 33 have order out of chaos. I can't pronounce the letters. Uber something, isn't it? Obro. I've just got out of my head. When you have like a brain fart moment, I've just had it in my head and it's on, boom, it's gone. So you know what I mean? Order out of chaos. And then you realise that we have a swastika in the sky through the Big Dipper, showing the 4 seasons. And that 4 picks up a lot, doesn't it? And has something to do. So that's why I was talking about the 4 brainwaves, correlating to be what I'm actually talking about in the video that I have. So isn't it funny, I'm talking about the 4 brainwaves being a way of fixing the order, or obviously the chaos, to the sea. Are they talking about how we're fixed to the sea, our consciousness, the source creator, the 4 frequencies of creation? Because it didn't create the universe and the heavens on the fourth day. Again, that 4. So when I'm looking then into actually Swastika and seeing obviously what I meant, I talked about it at the beginning, what, the common consensus of it is, the accepted mainstream. And then finding out that the Svas, S-V-A, was talking about the soul, one's own self. And then you have Tika talking about a mark on the forehead. And obviously you have Brahma, the original Janos, having 4 heads. And we've got 4 heads, and it's linked to intuition, healing, all that good stuff. Manifestation, embellishing, making it stronger. As a lot of people believe, we used to manifest things a lot stronger and a lot better and more at will. Because a lot of us now have been in the chat that don't realise, sometimes we'll say, I've not heard about such and such in a long time. Bonk, the ring on the phone, because you manifested the situation, the frequency, you connected. So was our ways of manifestation a lot stronger? Well, obviously we had more powers, for instance, telekinesis and different things. Because you think about it, all these old structures, how did they build them? How did they pick these blocks up? Did they use a device? Or is it the actual power of manifestation in our minds? Because we were having the 4 brainwaves hitting. If you think about it, in the head you have the 4 brainwaves going to, frequencies in, because we're an antenna and a transmitter. So if we're taking these 4 brainwaves, and then is this the point at where they meet is at the pineal, and because it works off piezoelectric effect, and they vibrated, it created the spark, created the energy, opened the door. Was able to do a lot of things with this 4 frequencies. Was the gamma brought in a sense of to dumb us down and not help make us able to use the 4 creation frequencies? Like I said, I'm just theorising. Do you know what I mean? That's the beauty of it. I can't brainstorm to you guys on a regular basis. I have to use this platform. I have to use the Telegram that I've set up. I have to use social media. And this is how I do it. I love brainstorming. Some people don't like it. Tough titties, as we say. So think about that. Is all these frequencies now there to disrupt the connection to the Word of God, the source, the creation? Because it's the sort of itchy nose today. It's cold. We've had snow, wind, you name it. So is these reasons or these frequencies why they're using harp is to disrupt the signal? I've talked about this signal in a lot of videos, the Mandela video talking about the waves, and we have it in this with mem being water. The water, according to Genesis, with waters above, waters below, and we're in the void. Obviously, if you use a void, you need to be connected to both sources. Hence, doorways and a certain god, Janos, is influential because he has the keys, the frequency keys. And that is why I research it a lot. And that's why near the end, it wowed me when they're just reopening his archway. It's been closed for 28 years. Of all the times they have to open it up in this pandemic, and then on Saturn Day, it's crazy. That to me, hell of a ritual, obviously. And people are going to be walking through the arches. And think about the opening up. They only used to open the doors. Is it a time of war? And they used to be closed in peacetime. So it's basically they're saying they're at war. So when I was talking about the ticker, and the ticker, like I said in the video, there is a lot of etymology in it and different meanings. And like I said, this is just my interpretation. Doesn't mean it's fact. Just it means my truth. And remember, truth does not mean fact. You can Google it. You know what I mean? Truth can contain facts, but truth is based on certain beliefs that you believe to be fact. That's what all the search engines will tell you. People will even disagree on that. That is why I always tell you the truth is personal, because it has you in it. You are what defines it. And that's why I always tell people certain truths, what people have and promote, truth channels, all of this, some started drilling, and it can be a trap. A trap is a rut, a hole. Well, the truth contains a rut, R-U-T. So that's what I say, guys. That's why I love looking at all topics, and I'm not here to promote this or that. I'm just, soundboard, and I just love doing that. So the ticker, mark on the forehead, imprinted by deeds or matter. And again, those 4 states of matter. Is that a coincidence? And you're talking about manifestation, embellishing. And obviously when I was talking about the mark, and obviously in Asian cultures, if I get it wrong, I get it wrong. Is it the bindi or something, the red dot? And it's just funny that it was a way, it was also to massage the head for stress relieving and to, make you more intuitive. Crazy, isn't it? The forehead. And you've got foretelling. Even people making a fortune. It's just crazy when you look at it a little bit different. And then we're talking about this manifestation automatically and the mark on the head, because obviously my brain wired differently. Mark, and then obviously mark of Cain. And no one knows what the mark of Cain actually looked like. There is a few suggestions on what it is in the Bible and in text. One of them was that it was God's name. And God's name, obviously from that, because it was based on the Hebrew, was YHYH. Well, if you look at the tetragram and how that is set up, the tetragram then makes a mark with the 4 angles of the swastika. What is the odds on that when I'm talking about marks, ticker and all this? That I found out that the obviously we've known about it, everyone's known about it years, but you have like moments where you just forget a lot of things, don't you, because you're concentrating on certain topics. But look at this, I'm talking about a mark on the forehead, and then the word of God marked Cain, and one of the theories is that it was his name, them words that make a swastika. So that's why I asked, is the mark of Cain a swastika? There to wander the earth. And obviously he complained that he might get killed, and God made it the mark on him. And people basically, if you were killed, is it something like if anyone harmed him, they would get it back 7-fold or something like that. So that's intrigued me. So if this mark of Cain was wandering the earth, people saw it. I mean, I'm just theorising. Is that why this symbol is everywhere? It's a theory, isn't it? Is this symbol, this mark, hereditary? Does it get passed on, or does it just stay on Cain? That's what intrigued me. And then we also talk about, is it something in regards to frequencies? And obviously the Big Dipper is in the sky. Obviously you even have, is it Odin? That when he flew through the sky, it made the swastika swirling motion. And even you have the vril. So I didn't put a lot in it because I wanted to keep it to a few points. And this just made me go, wow. When you're talking about marks, you're talking about, could it be this, which is tetragram, turns out into the swastika. Why is all these cultures and civilizations putting this mark everywhere? Yes, it can just be as simple as good luck. Or is a hidden meaning to it, because it's the creation symbol, it's the symbol for manifestation, for the 4 brainwaves that made us more powerful. Or is it to keep us here trapped? And that is, like I said, the glass half empty, the glass half full type of mentality. Some people will believe it's here to help and it's our connection to God and the source. Other people will believe it's here, made by the demiurge, etc., to keep us here trapped. Hence the cells and other stuff that I've been talking about lately. Now, that just blew me away, because you obviously had forehead, foretell, divine, soothsayer, and predicting. Well, it's the 4 again. And did this power of foretelling, was this embellished, made much stronger when there wasn't this 5 brainwaves or an outside source blocking this signal? Were we more, powerful? And a lot of people will agree on that. Yes, we were. So more and more frequencies get added, more and more things get put in, and we're not able, as a whole, to be able to do what we used to. Some people still contain the ability in some form, maybe 1 or 2 frequencies that are used to do this. Who knows? These are just ideas of asking, what is a swastika? Could it be something else that we are not thinking of? And this is what this video is. It's a what if video. And then that took me to the swastika. And when I changed the angle to the arms, it made... Where's my notes? It made the affinity logo symbol, the 8, or Ubros, some people call it. And now we have the meta. And if you think about it, what blew me in my mind is because I've been talking about this in regard to the sacred connection, the sacral, the pelvic area, and that contains 4 bones, and it makes the symbol of the eternity, infinity symbol, eternity also. Is there any connection? Then I find out like the etymology of the number 4. Some of them looks like obviously the Christian fish, and they also, it nearly goes into an 8. So the 4 goes into the 8. Obviously it's half, obviously split in half. 2 foreheads, 2 foreheads, 2 faces of Janus with 2 foreheads. It's just crazy. And then we have all that in regard to obviously the sacred region, and I've done a video on that called The Connection, so check it out. A lot of people generally like that one, and like I said, I'm just here to make people think. You don't have to agree with every point I make. I've got loads of friends who don't agree with a lot of things I'm doing, but they respect that I put the time and effort in, and I just have a different opinion. Never say anything's fact. I go from theories to theories. I just want, I'm just trying to make my own headway, my own mark in this world. See, so we have to say marking in this world. Marking. Mark of Cain. So we're looking at forever. Oh, and that's what led me on to that then, the psalm. If we're talking about God making a mark, the word, maybe that mark is a swastika, the Big Dipper, the 4 seasons. Remember, the heavens were created on the 4th day. Forever. O Lord, your word is settled in heaven. Psalm 119. Even Psalm 119 is 11. But I believe isn't Psalm 119 one of the longest bits in the Bible. It's just intriguing. So that one we put onto, obviously, my old definition, spell etymology of electric. Because I was talking about the order, fixed, order in the court, the Holy See, the maritime law. All this that we all talk about. And electric basically meant this place, object, is a jurisdiction of God. Is that the stamp from his frequency, from his voice, the creator's voice, cymatics, saying this is my jurisdiction, this is my territory? And is that what the swastika is? And then, because if you think about it, I talked about electric in the sense of the 2 poles and the 11, how it was powered in my last video. Could it be at these 2 Janus islands? And one of them was Janus. Oh, and my last video I talked about Omicron being I will obey my father Janus. Janus. Oh, one of the people in the comments, pardon me, mentioned that today or yesterday, depending on when this is out, isn't it? So all these things are just here to make us think. I'm not here to cause anyone any harm. If you get butthurt, snowflaked, earnest, that is your problem. You are being triggered. When people perceive you as a threat, they troll. Negative, backhanded, politeness type of thing. If you don't like my content or what I put out, don't watch. It's as simple as that. I've brought up the old-fashioned way. If you don't like something, don't watch it. Don't waste your energy on it. I'm not here to cause anyone offence. If you could get offended by whatever I make, it means you just butthurt. It's like, for instance, if I say this and this and this all the way through a video, and then you point out that one little thing, it means you're sad. And I'm not here to cause anyone any offence, but I'm just, people just get tired of it. People used to say, why do you have to apologise and stuff all the time? It's because people don't have common sense. It's like if I show an image of Earth, a globe, I get a lot of people saying, oh, the Earth is flat. Common sense, dude. Common sense. I can't, put comments all the time to help people not to get buttered or triggered. It's just crazy, but it makes me laugh. It's seriously, you know what I mean? I'm here just to make content for like-minded, not the same like-minded individuals. And this is just me looking at the swastika a little bit different. I mean, if you want to watch the same content constantly, there's lots of people out there who make the same content in every video. Yes, I do talk about Janos a lot, but there's different aspects that I show, and all my videos are different. Well, I believe so. You know what I mean? So, what do we do? So where do we go? What interests me about that, obviously, the electric, and me talking about the connection, and obviously Alpha Delta Helix was fixed. Well, not everyone, obviously, but people believe we're living in simulation. And then you have the game Sims, and when the player is active, I believe so. I never played it. When the player is active or connected, you're moving about, they have a green diamond shaped above the head. And they call that the plumb bob. Well, the plumb bob, as you know, it was used to establish a vertical datum, a fixed point to be controlled. So if we are being controlled in a simulation, is the swastika the datum fixed to the sea, the celestial heavens, the frequencies? But remember, everything is a frequency, energy and vibration. That's what we're told. So just funny that it's called a plumb bob in the Sims, in the simulator. Creaky church. And is this our datum? Who knows? And like I said, it's a glass half full, glass empty type of thing. Some people believe it will be a good thing. Some people believe, yep, Paul, you spot on. That's how we're trapped in purgatory. It's like a simulation. And that is it, the access, or could it be a bit of both? And who knows? But I just found it interesting to do something different. Look at the swastika a little bit different. And as soon as I say, well, I've not heard many people talk about this, it'll be in the chat or in the comments, have you checked out Thingy's channel? He's done that 10, 15 years ago. And I'm like, no! Because it's hard to be an original, because we take a lot of information in. For instance, one guy will say a comment and that'll spark something on me, and that comment could come from him watching another video. So we have to, I like to acknowledge when I get any ideas, and sometimes I have a lot in my brain, I do forget, but I do mention that I've got it from here and there. But it's very hard to make something original, and I've always had this idea that the swastika was like a frequency. I mean, you can get swastika antennas, or is it in the sense of the swastika is sine waves? Obviously a sine wave's like that, but picture two sine waves together and it creates a swastika type of shape. Why is it they want to symbolise the fact that the swastika is evil for an indoctrination at school? And obviously we know who had basically turned a symbol, and that's what I always love about it. It's the polarity of it. It's a good symbol for these people, yet in one little tiny piece of history it got turned round and turned into an evil symbol, and that is the polar opposite of it. And is this how it affects in this reality? Positive people use the swastika differently, the frequencies, and we see, and is it constant, it's a good thing. And do negative people, the swastika's turned and the magic is a lot different and they're more negative? It's just one thing, or could it just be how we connect and are getting fueled, or do we fuel the system? Because some people talk about how, in a sense, of we batteries to the system, we live on a circuit board, and is the antenna like a swastika type of frequency for frequencies that do this? So there's a lot of play with this, whichever way. And I'm not going to say I believe in this guy, I believe in this. I just want to put this idea that I've had in my head for a long time. I made a video years ago, talked about how it was the creation symbol. Yet when you've researched more and you look at things with fresh eyes, you actually find different things. It just seems funny that in that one verse from the Bible it says, for ever, O Lord, your word is settled in heaven. And I've talked about the mark of Cain being the swastika, and showing the tetragram turns into that. You have the Big Dipper. So you have two like little bits of evidence to point out that it could be that. And obviously this heavens, the stars, the moon, is it the moon or something like that, was made on the fourth day. But I know obviously they class it as a universe, the one verse, the one song, frequencies again. And then you have obviously the original Janos with 4 heads. Is this what people talk about, the demiurge, Yaldabaoth, whatever its name is? I can't pronounce a lot of things because my brain's just stuffed full. So hopefully you've enjoyed this, guys. This video it's a lot different. It's just theorising that the swastika is something that maybe we've never even looked about it. It's actually the mark of God, or is it a way to control us or to set us free? But that's the beauty of it. Like I said, there's negative and positive people use this one source differently, and it represents different things because symbols have different meanings to different people. Hence why if you show that symbol to a lot of people, they think it's from obviously Germany. Yeah, it's plastered all over Asia and has been for centuries. And you have obviously the ancient swastikas. I mean, you have a Sumerian bowl dish with a swastika on with 4 waves with fish going around. It looks like a frequency. Are we talking about the creation frequencies? Remember, everything makes a frequency, a sound, according to philosophers like Pythagoras. Everything has a hum, a frequency. And when these frequencies are out of balance, does that change our connection to the creator? There is a lot of things we can look at this in different ways, and I've just thrown this idea out and see what you brilliant people think of it. I think it's totally different from what I've seen, but as you know, guys, I don't get out. You know what I mean? I'm like 15 years behind everyone in the sense of watching stuff. It's very rare I get enough time to go and watch other channels. I'm trying to do it more and more and more, but I love making content to share with people because this is when I get to meet a lot of great-minded individuals. But obviously, when the sub count rises, you do get the odd plant pot. But that is life. And people seem to be offended by me. I don't know why. And we know there's paid trolls and all that. But let them have the fun. So basically, the moral of this, or the idea was this. What is a swastika? And then it's weird when you're talking about everything about brainwaves, how we fix into the sea. We're talking about the mark on your head, mark of Cain, the forehead, divine. There is a lot in this, yet there's nothing in it. And this is what intrigued me because it was exciting to make. It took me a long time to make it because I've made other videos in between. I kept getting sidetracked, but I just go with the flow. And it was meant for me to do it this way, meant for me to do that way because, guys, that's just how I flow. I'm spontaneous. And I just get like a moment when I'm researching this and it's like, no way, let me do that. Or something will happen and people ask me, what do you see in this? And then when I look into it briefly, I find something. And that's hence why I made the last video on Omicron and Meta, because as I was doing this, people were asking for me, for my opinion. And it seems funny that the Meta symbol, the infinity, also goes into the sacred area and also defines into 4 and also 2. So it's intriguing, isn't it? It's just so interesting for me, and I just love thinking out the box, out the box. And this video, that's what it's just about. It's a what if, not meant to be fact, just for something interesting, and everyone will have an opinion on what the swastika is. I just think could it be brainwaves or a way of fixing us in the universe to the universe? Because a lot of people know about Saturloons, obviously, the balloons and the satellites, and GPS. I always used to think it works off 3 Saturloons, when in fact it works off 4. So, I'm a Stargate fan, I always have been, and they talk about how many points you needed to be fixed to do, you need to get travel, you needed the points of departure, you needed the 6 points there, and people are talking about, well, in the 3D space we only should really need, is it 3 places? It's just interesting that I'm talking about being us fixed in the universe, in this realm. And how is that? How are we kept here? Is this Swastika basically the frequencies what keeps us fixed and phased into this reality? Who knows? It's up for debate, like everything should be. And that's what I miss, the good old days of having a good debate without people getting to violence, name calling. We need to chill, relax, have a smile on our face, and just try and enjoy it, because life is bloody well hard and not enough humour is out there, and we need the humour back. And also learn some interesting different things from someone else's perspective. So guys, thank you for your support. I love you guys. If you want to join the Telegram group, the link will be pinned, because obviously I'll delete it after a bit, because obviously I don't just want anyone turning up. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Stay safe, always smile, pay it forward, and take care, and I'll see you in the chat. Bye guys.